Fans across the metro let out a sigh of relief last night when the Chiefs did beat the Cleveland Browns and advance to the AFC Championship game. But this morning, we're still kind of holding our breath around here as Patrick Mahomes left the game, of course, with that head injury. And then backup Chad Henne had to come in and wrap up the win for us. Now, Mahomes did send out a fun tweet after the game with the hashtag anything is possible. So he seems to be in good spirits anyway about the situation. But the rest of Kansas City, not so much. After this huge win, there's still that unsettled feeling in the air, though head coach Andy Reid was pretty optimistic about Mahomes' condition after the game.
He got hit in the back of the head and kind of knocked the wind out of him and everything else with it. So we took him out. He's doing great right now, which is a real positive as we looked at this, passed all the deals that he needed to pass. Yeah, he's actually doing very well. I just talked to him, and he's doing good. We'll see how he is tomorrow, but right now he's feeling good.
So on that note, we are hoping to hear from Coach Andy Reid again today with an update on Mahomes' condition. Until then, the countdown is on for the Chiefs' next battle, this time against the Buffalo Bills. They'll be fighting for a spot in the Super Bowl then next Sunday at 5:40, and you can watch that game right here on KCTV5. We are following the latest developments, too, out of Washington, D.C. today. We broke the news here at 9 o'clock this morning that the U.S. Capitol building was under a lockdown. The lockdown, though, has since been lifted, but it was apparently because of a fire under a highway several blocks from the building. That's what caused the lockdown and the evacuation of an inauguration rehearsal. Capitol Police say they implemented the lockdown out of an abundance of caution. The Secret Service says the fire has since been put out, and there was apparently no threat to the public. The scare comes, though, as thousands of troops are there in D.C. ahead of Inauguration Day on Wednesday. New here today, this is what the inside of the Capitol building looked like early this morning. National Guard soldiers resting on cots that were delivered over the weekend. Several members of Congress called for more accommodations for Guard members after several photos went viral showing these troops sleeping there without bedding on the cold marble floors. The FBI is warning of armed Capitol protests in all 50 states leading up to this inauguration. In Missouri, the Capitol in Jeff City saw increased patrols over the weekend. Even though Missouri State Highway Patrol officials say they are not aware of any direct threats to the Capitol grounds, they say additional law enforcement officers have been checking for any suspicious or threatening behavior. And now to our continuing coverage on the COVID-19 pandemic. This week marks 1 year since the first case was detected in the United States. Since then, nearly 24 million people have reported being infected by it. Now there are concerns about new strains. And former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb says this newest variant is going to increase infections just when many were hoping to see a decline.
This really changes the equation, and I think what we're looking at is a relentless strike from this virus heading into the spring, whereas infections really would have started to decline in the spring.
Vaccination rollout still at a crawl at this stage, with people waiting hours on end to try to get one. Supply is still falling very short of the demand. So far, 12 million Americans have gotten the vaccine. The Trump administration had promised 20 million Americans would receive it by the end of 2020.
Hello, I'm Bill Hurlbrink with your Monday afternoon weather update. We'll be stuck in the clouds for most of the afternoon today. The sun may peek its face through a little bit here, a little bit later on, but I think it's mostly cloudy for us. High temperature near 43 degrees. If the sun can come out a little bit more, maybe we'll warm up to 45, but I think it's going to be low 40s for us today. Small chance of an isolated rain shower or raindrop, a snowflake or two to come through, especially to the northeastern edges of the community as the system continues passing us by. It gets out of here by tomorrow, mostly cloudy tomorrow, but then the sun comes out for Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll see temperatures near 50 before more seasonable air returns in time for the weekend. Have a great day.